Welcome to leg 70 of the Great Loop Aboard the Perch. I'm Kim Russo with America's Great Loop Cruisers Association. That video was us leaving our anchorage at the Kaskaskia Lock Dam. We had anchored there. It is at mile marker 117.5 on the Mississippi River. And our destination today initially was the Little Diversion Channel at mile marker 48.8. So we were planning to go 70 or so statute miles. The water is low on the Mississippi. I've mentioned that in some of our previous videos. It's actually about 10 feet below the chart depth. You can see from these videos here, unusually low, although I think it's been this way for the better part of a year. Some of the video that you're seeing from Google Earth, where our track is superimposed on there, is actually from 2021, and you can see the water is low even on that. But we are continuing down what is generally the mighty Mississippi. As I've mentioned before, the captain on the Perch, Michael, has done this section of the rivers twice before, once in 2016 and once in 2017, and the river looked nothing like this. It was much wider with the water because the depth was so much higher. So as I said, our initial thought today was that we were headed for the Little Diversion Channel and another anchorage there. That is a popular anchorage on the Mississippi. There's been a lot of discussion about how good of an anchorage it is right now with the depth as low as it is, but there had been some reports from loopers who had gone into Little Diversion Channel and found it to still be a good, viable anchorage. But we got an early start. We had the push from the Mississippi River current, so we were making really good time, and you can see out on the video we are about to approach the Little Diversion Channel. And it was only around noon, and had we stopped at Little Diversion, our next day's travel would have been a really long day. So being that it was noon, we went ahead and pushed on, and you can see on our track right there, you can see that we sped up because our next viable anchorage that we felt like was a good opportunity to stop for the night would have been the Angelo Towhead, which is at mile marker 2. So we were adding about 46 miles to the day. Doable, but we decided to speed up a little bit and make sure we arrived early, got our anchor set before we were even considering dealing with nightfall and still being on the waterway. So we increased our speed a bit, headed for Angelo Towhead, and continued down the Mississippi. As I said, Angelo Towhead is at mile marker 2, so this would put us pretty close to the end of the upper Mississippi and the spot where we will turn onto the Ohio River bright and early the next morning. So we arrived at the anchorage. There were 2 other looper boats already there, and that would be it for the night. There would be just the 3 of our boats. It's a little bit hard to see on the track, but basically we are pulling off the river just enough to be out of the main river current and to be out of the channel and out of the way of any tows and have some protection from the island there. Beautiful spot. A beach there that probably in higher water would not be there, but one of our fellow looper boats with a dog on board dinghied out to that beach, and the lab had a blast playing there. So we enjoyed our night spent there. I do not have a Nebo track to show you for this leg. Our Nebo link lost us basically during this leg and the next one, and we think it can be attributed to weak cell service for the SIM card that's inside that Nebo link there. But that was our day. We traveled 102 nautical miles, and you saw in the first half, I believe we were going about 10 knots, and increased that to somewhere between 15 and 18, I'd say, for the second part of the journey. We'll be back with leg 71 soon, and that will take us onto the Ohio River. We'll be going to Paducah. See you then.